Kia ora koutou, ko dia ho, haramai, welcome to today's virtual makerspace. As usual, we're sending you off for some quick brain teasers and then we will be back with our activities for today. We've got 2 activities which I'm looking forward to showing you shortly. Just remember to pause if you need to. In this brain teaser, what is the time? Well, welcome back. We've got 2 activities for you today. We're going to look at a filtration experiment and we're going to let that sit overnight and come back to that next week. And we're also going to look at some keyhole surgery that you can do at home, but not on yourself or anybody else, just on a cardboard box. Okay, let's take a closer look at those activities. Let's first take a closer look at our filtration experiment. We're going to need a few bits and pieces for this, and I'll explain these as we go along. We're going to look at 2 comparisons, one using some dirty water and one using some clean water. So we're going to set up 2 funnels the same way and then we're going to test these overnight. So we're going to need some plastic that we're just recycling, some plastic cups, some filter paper or coffee filters. We'll need some cotton wool balls and we'll need some various bits and pieces. So we've got some pebbles in here, we've got some dirt, I've got some sand and we've got some other gravel in here. And so we're going to test the filtration. So let's just set up our first one. First thing we need to do is take the filter paper and pop it around the neck of the bottle that we were recycling for this experiment, and we'll just secure that with an elastic band. I'm going to put in a handful of the cotton wool balls. Like so. Into this, we're going to first place some of our pebbles. Then some of our gravel, then some sand, and then our dirt. Okay, we're going to place that in our cup. Alright, I'm going to set that aside and then we'll do our next one. So again, just using the filter paper. Pop in some of that cotton wool. Alright, then we're going to pebbles. Then the gravel, then the sand, and then the dirt. Okay, so I'm going to put that in that one there and bring this one back over. Now we'll just get a marker pen and we're just going to mark this one. So I'll mark the front of this one with dirty, and this will be the one that we add the dirty water to. Alright, so here's our dirty water here. Give it a bit more of a stir. So I'll just pour that in. Already starting to come through there, and then we'll add our clean water to this one. And we're going to set them aside. So we're going to set those aside, and we'll have a look at the results on our next session. So our next experiment is a little bit of keyhole surgery. Now you might have heard about keyhole surgery, and it is used more and more these days because it only requires small incisions in the patients, and the patients recover quicker. So we're going to look at our own today and make up our own little keyhole surgery experiment. So what we need a cereal packet or a box that you can cut up. We need to be able to cut up some of this egg carton. We need some implements to perform our surgery. I've just got a knife and fork. Your surgeon would not normally use that. And we've just got a couple of things. I haven't got any lollies in the house, but we've got a couple of Wheat Bix bites that we're going to use for moving around in our patient. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we're just going to cut the end off the cereal box. Can see inside the box basically. Alright, so you should just have your box like that. Now, with our egg carton, we're just going to cut off the top, and we're going to cut this in half. Now we're going to place these inside our cereal box, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue tack underneath before we do that. So put that inside, stick that down, you should be able to see that. Another bit of glue tack, I'm going to put that there. So hopefully that doesn't move. Alright, then replicating our keyhole surgery, we're going to put a couple of notches just in our box here. I'm just going to use a craft knife for that, and if you're not confident, just get an adult to help. I'll put another hole here. Alright, so just a couple of little incisions here, as a surgeon might make. Now, we're going to put in our whatever we have got to place inside our patient, and these are the things that we're going to practice or try and move around. Now I'm going to show you, I'm just going to move the camera and I'm going to show you what I've set up, because what happens in keyhole surgery is that there is usually a camera that is fed down inside the patient, and it enables the surgeon to see inside, and then they can use the implements from the outside to perform their work. Now we've set that up, well, I've set that up here using an iPad, which I've got at the other end of the box so that I can see. So I'm just going to move our footage around so that you can see that. As you can see, I've set up the iPad. You might have a mirror, and that means it's facing the box so that I can see inside the box as I'm performing that surgery. Now I'm going to return it, and we're going to see if I can perform some keyhole surgery. I'm just going to pop this up on a book so that hopefully you can see as well. So now if I place my implements inside our patient and use my mirror, we will see if I can perform some surgery and pick up some of these implements and move them to somewhere else. Can you transfer one of these to the other side? Have a go and let me know how you get on. Well, thanks for joining us today. I really hope you enjoyed the session. I'll see you next time. Ka kite anō.